Okay, just going to do a quick recap of that trade because it's a bit of a classic when you look kind of the setup. We had a pullback to end of trend sequence after exhaustion selling with bullish divergence and blue professional bars, kind of everything coming together here. So this is showing we have our extreme selling and then less selling going on, so setting up bullish divergence kind of condition here. And then the professionals kind of come in at the lows, and we get pullback to end of trend sequence on the better sine wave indicator. So all three indicators kind of coming together to signal that as a high probability long trade. I was in too early, really kind of expecting this pullback to be at a higher level here, and I was just coming off this first amateur down bar, but the better trade would be getting here on this amateur down bar, either when you see the bullish divergence signal on the blue professional bars or waiting to that little kind of retracement and a testing bar down. Amateur bar down gets taken to the high, taken out at the highs. We go into this uptrend here. Note that the pullback to end of trend right at the open here was weak in terms of selling, but we hadn't had exhaustion, so not all the sellers had sold. It's not until we have that we're kind of setting up a condition where we can get a reversal of the trend. And then the trend kind of nicely kind of takes off to the upside. It's never going to be a straight line. We always have a little bit of a consolidation zone kind of moving up, but another kind of measured move. You know, it's kind of almost 4 points kind of here, a little bit of consolidation, another 4 points on the way up. 59.50, which was the exit point, we got kind of hit several times here, but coming into those highs, you can see the blue professional bars kind of taking profits here, exhaustion buying. Bearish divergence kind of comes in, just showing it's a weaker kind of top being made here, and we start to roll over. What's a beauty here, you can see this testing bar up, a whole series of little amateur up bars into a Rambo pattern here, just showing the amateurs kind of getting wrong-footed, expecting the market to continue into an uptrend, and of course it rolls over and goes the other way, just as that bearish divergence signal comes in that's really weak right by the zero line, and we kind of just roll over. And when you go down to the 500 tip bar chart, you can see that kind of rolling over activity here on the support and resistance moves. We've had our end of trend, the trend move is finished, and we're just kind of topping out a series of support to resistance moves, and this is this last one with these amateur up bars kind of leading the way into that highs, Rambo pattern at the highs. We've had our exhaustion buying, flush signal, another bearish divergence after exhaustion buying, and we're just rolling over here. And then on the 4500 tip bar chart, cyclical resistance up here, blue professional bars into the highs, taking profits, and there's that amateur up bar sequence. So, you know, on the 1500 tip bar chart, it was like a 3-bar kind of sequence of amateur up bars. On the 500, it's more like a 5 or a 6-bar sequence. On 45, it's just a one single up bar, amateur up bar into a Rambo pattern, into cyclical resistance. Really weak buying. We've had our exhaustion kind of buying earlier on, kind of pre-open. Overnight, and we're kind of just topping out there at 12.50 and just starting to roll over. So there we go. Just it was, you know, when you look at, you know, in the heat of battle, it's difficult to see exactly what's going on, and then you kind of look at this in retrospect, and it's like it's so clear what was happening. And I was in too early trying to kind of get long here. It took a 2-point loss, and then I was in too early again. I mean, this is my natural DNA, just trying to get in way too early on that amateur down bar, but you know, sat through a little bit of heat, but it finally kind of went out my way. What was nice, I pulled out 6 points, so I pulled off that the 4 points plus an extra 2 to make up for that losing trade kind of just after the open. Anyway, so there we go, just a little bit of recap. Hope you had a good day's trading. Long 54 even, and could be a mistake. Let's just see this. So first blue professional bar came in on the 1500 zip bar chart, kind of down here. We just overshot pullback to end of trend by a fraction. We're also shooting past support on 500 zip bar chart, but this looks to me like it's trying to form a double bottom. Got some bullish divergence here. If this kind of selling kind of stops here, we'll have a bullish divergence double bottom kind of pattern here. Just waiting for this retrace. So initially we went into a Rambo pattern, kind of came back, led by the amateurs, and then the professionals stepped in. We had a whole bunch of flush signals on the 500 tip bar chart, so we're trying to find support down here. So exhaustion, bullish divergence, flush, blue professional bars coming into the lows at 54 again, and more flush, more bullish divergence. And it's kind of around a support level on 4500 tip bar chart, just thinking it might have another kind of push back up to the highs. And it's around here on support, but it's like we love to see another blue professional bar kind of step in here, and then we break above 54s and kind of keep going. So the activity in that last bar was kind of down, so that was maybe a a testing bar here, but let's break above the high of that. Let's break up to 54.50, and that'll give us kind of confirmation that was more just an amateur testing bar, and then they'll be wrong-footed, and then we'll go for a little bit of a run to the upside, but need to hold at about 53s. So just long 54 even, see where this goes. Right, this is not good. We just went through 53s, and it looked like it was going to hold there with blue professional bars. Exhaustion selling on the downside. It's minus 8,000 on 15s. It's possible we've just exhausted ourselves and we'll have a bounce from here, but it doesn't look good. So need to think about trying to find, maybe we're going to keep going down until we find support on the 13,500 tip bar chart here. So let's just try and, there we go, exhaustion selling on the downside. About 52 even. Loss of 2. Just should have been thinking about getting out that retrace up here to 53 with these amateur bars into resistance. Look, could be a double bottom here. But anyway, I'll just wait and see. I think it's trying to find a bottom. I don't think necessarily found it yet. So for loss of 2, some shades of yesterday. Let's see, 53.50, long 53.50. So let's just try this again. Reason for getting long now, I know we've kind of overshot in these two time frames. We've got cyclical resistance kind of coming up, but that was a amateur down bar kind of testing in 51s. We've got support 500 tip bar chart. I mean, we're trying to find a bottom here, exhaustion, flush patterns, exhaustion, kind of divergence patterns. So just kind of lurched down a little bit, and I know this is going to come in at some point, but maybe we'll go for a little bit of a run first. So, and we're a little bit early when it comes to this cyclical turn here on 13,500. So long 53.50. Okay, definitely too early. So what happened? The pullback level kind of came in here, but it's gone to blue professional bar here, just down at 51s, and this is starting to flick over on the 1500 tip bar chart. So another blue professional bar 45, and that's more like it. And when this flicks over, there'll be end of trend on the 1500 tip bar chart, which seemingly will be lining up with support on 13,000 when we get that kind of here. And that was kind of exhaustion selling on the 15, so this might be a bullish divergence signal if and when it goes off. So not a great entry, should have waited, but let's see if I can hold without getting taken out. A bit later, back up at 53s. That was a big amateur up bar though. End of trend's not gone off yet. Could be kind of weakness there. Could be just a vacuum on the tape. So just wait and see if we kind of keep going through 54s. That'd be nice. Okay, bullish divergence just kind of came in, and yeah, let's see about that one. Just shows congestion zones, like between here and here. Okay, so end of trend's just gone off. 1500 tip bar chart right up here, and we want to break through, and that's Rambo pans and so on, amateur up bar. But this could be change of trend here, so I've already sat through this much for a retrace, so I suppose I'm willing to sit through that again. No, the professionals will pick it up at 52s if we do. So here we go. So we're going to 54s now. Target's at 57, which isn't too far away, but got that 2-point loss. Okay, Rambo pattern again, so a little bit of weakness in here. So might have to go for a little bit of a retrace. Okay, so here we go, going for a little bit of a run now. That last down bar here was an amateur down bar on 1500 tip bar chart, so we had a little bit of weakness with Rambo patterns, and then this little retrace was amateur down bar on 1500 tip bar chart, so that's kind of good, just testing down. And we kind of broke out here into an uptrend on kind of jumping the creep blue professional bar there. So this has got to run a little bit further here, and now we've got this cyclical resistance in here. Still very weak in terms of buying, but you know, if we've just got if we've just had a change in trend, then this will kind of get going. So still sticking on 57.50 for a target, but love to move that if things kind of get exciting. Okay, this is good. We're up at 56s. Gonna keep my target at 750. We're up at 6,000 on better momentum on 1500 tip bar chart. Blue professional bar kind of come in here at some point. We'll have cyclical resistance, but we're in an uptrend here, so we've got to form pullback to end of trend. Here we go. So it'd be nice to get a little kind of just burst and get taken out at 750. Okay, we just had cyclical resistance coming on the 1500 tip bar chart. That blue professional bar is on the way down, but we just had amateur down bar on 500. So they were selling short a little bit too early, just hoping. We've still got pullback to end of trend to make on 500, so there's still a little bit of movement in here. Whether we're going to have a retrace and kind of try it again. Still holding on. Just moving my target out to 850, so it's 58.50 now. And the reason for doing that, we've got support coming on the 500 tip bar chart. That was just blue professional bar on both 500 and 15. And I think we're going to come back up and go for a little bit more of a run. It's fairly weak in terms of, you know, selling and buying that's gone on so far. So we've got a little bit more kind of exhaustion activity to go, I'd have thought, on this move. Hopefully it's not just going to roll over. Okay, here we go. Pullback's kind of coming on the 500 tip bar chart. We're having another go at these highs. Was exhaustion on 500, but it wasn't yet on 15, so still got some legs in this, I think. Got a little bit of a ways to go. So let's try and get to 57. Hopefully, well, here we go. So blue professional bar, a little bit of a ways from resistance. So hopefully there's enough in this to kind of power us through. Okay, finding it difficult to break out, and just had pullback to end of trend go off on the 500 tip bar chart. Just concerned about this blue professional up bar on the 1500 tip bar chart, whether that was kind of selling out. We've not had exhaustion yet, but we're on pullback in an uptrend on the 13,500 tip bar chart. Blue professional bar just on that little bit of a move. Let's break above that and let's kind of get going. If this is good, I might get really greedy and push the target out, but I'm just concerned that we're just rolling over here, although having had exhaustion down here would be odd just to kind of end there and give up the ghost. So let's keep going, please. Okay, just moving my target now to 59.50, which seems really greedy, but here we go. We're breaking up through 57.50, so that was the original target here, but we're only on 4,000 on better momentum, and we've got a little bit of a ways to go. 4,500 tip bar chart. So it was Rambo patterns here, but we've just blasted on through. Here we go. So this is pretty extreme here. We're at 58.5 now, and feeling as if I should just jump out at 58.5 because I've kind of gotten lucky to get this far. Exhaustion buying's gone off here. Blue professional bars, flush patterns, second cyclical turn after end of trend. Blue professional bar here at 58. And I'm looking for this. Come on. Okay, it was just an amateur down bar, 500 tip bar charts. The amateur's just a fraction too early, kind of getting short. Come on, just need another little pop. We've also got kind of bearish divergence to go off on the 1500 tip bar charts. Amateur up bar there. It's not great. Just out 59.5. That's well, that was a bit jammy. Normally I'd be very happy to be out on anywhere close to this pro-signal exit. I'm usually out before, so like the 57.50 at the first kind of target, but the good thing is I've made up that extra 2 points that I lost on the first trade, which is nice, so I don't have to come back in for another. So 2 trades, 4 points, and a whole bunch of blue professional bars. Exhaustions, probably going to be a bearish divergence signal here. It's kind of rolling over. So who knows where it'll go from here, but that's good anyway. 9:21 a.m. and I'm done. And it's Friday, so good end to the week. Hope you traded well today.